Hello, everyone. So, one of the things that Mr. Peter Obi has been able to do is that he has inspired not just Nigerians but Africans. A lot of young people are inspired by, Mr. Peter Obi's journey. Not just young people, citizens of Africa. There was something so beautiful about what was happening in Nigeria with the 2022 election and the way Mr. Peter Obi went on about it. That it not just inspired Nigerians but Africans. I remember, I think it was May last year when I went to Kenya on a particular program, and there was this lady, this young girl. She came to me and she was like, how can we help you people, how can we help you, Peter Obi get back his money? And I was a bit shocked and looking at her like, okay, Mr. Peter Obi. And people kept talking about him, how inspiring he has been, how he has inspired them and all of that and stuff like that. And so there was really something very big and something major that was going on in all of this leadership. This is what authentic leadership is all about. Not necessarily the kind of leadership that it's only when you're in office that you're able to wield authority. There are this kind of charismatic leadership, charismatic authority that people have, and people are able to wield. People love them. People love them because of what they represent, because of what they do, because of how they behave, because of how they inspire people and all of that. Not the one that you have to be in authority and lording it over people before you get people to respect you. That's really not authority. That's really not the kind of leadership anyone is going about. But for me, what I'm doing this is because of there is a lady from Cameroon called Fatima Mamati. At Fatima Mamti is her X handle, X formerly Twitter, and she writes about Peter Obi. I've seen a lot of, especially on X, a lot of handles from other parts of Africa that write about Peter Obi. Sometimes you see them when they are doing this obedience versus the other, this campfire, they're in it. You think they're literally Nigerians. There are people that have accused them of all sorts of things. Some people have said that, oh, they are either obedient Nigerians that are disguising so as to say and stuff like that. So this particular lady has her own to say. If you look at her handle, it says Fatima Mamati Dola Pulo. So she's Fulani, Fulfude, English, French. These are all the languages I believe she speaks. And she said, not rich in pocket, but rich at heart. Not a motivational speaker. I motivate souls. I fix broken hearts. Hard girl. That's what's on the bio on her X handle. And then so she said she titled this write-up as The Many Faces of Criticism, My Journey Writing About Peter Obi. In the world of political discourse, she said, it is not uncommon for individuals to face criticism and backlash when expressing their opinions, especially when it comes to controversial figures like Peter Obi. As a writer, I've experienced this firsthand in my journey of writing about Mr. Obi. Initially, when I first wrote about Peter Obi, I was met with accusations of being paid to write positive things about him. This is a common tactic used to discredit someone's opinion, suggesting that their views are not genuine and are instead motivated by financial gain. While this was hurtful, I continued to write, knowing that my opinion were my own and not influenced by any monetary compensation. As I continued to write about Mr. Peter Obi, the criticism shifted. Now they've already said, oh, she was paid and all of that. That didn't work. And that's what they always do when they're trolling. That's why I always tell people, don't be bothered about what people say about you or to you, their insult. Their insults or praises are their opinion. They are not your reality. So she said, as I continued to write about Peter Obi, the criticism shifted. I was accused of not being a Nigerian, as if one's nationality somehow invalidates their opinion. This was a clear case of ad hominem attacks, where the focus is shifted from the content of the argument to the person making it. Despite this, I remained steadfast in my writing, knowing that my identity as a Cameroonian was not up for debate. The next accusation was that I was a UK deported citizen when I was born there. This was a clear attempt to discredit me based on my past experiences. However, I refuse to let this deter me from writing about Peter Obi. My past does not define me, and it certainly does not invalidate my opinion. Finally, I was accused of being a catfish. This was perhaps the most absurd accusation of all. A catfish is someone who creates a fake online identity to deceive others. This accusation was clearly this accusation was clearly an attempt to undermine my credibility as a writer. However, I continued to write, knowing that my identity was real and my opinions were genuine. In conclusion, writing about Peter Obi has been a journey filled with criticism and accusations. However, I've remained steadfast in my writing, knowing that my opinions are my own and are not influenced by external factors. I will continue to write about Peter Obi, and I will not let the criticism and accusation deter me from expressing my opinion. That's always the tactics. When you start talking about something, or they will look for everything. And I love how she just put everything one after the other. And I hope there's someone out there that this would inspire, will learn from it, to say that people want to take away your voice from you. The next part of the accusation I've not even seen is where they probably start saying that, oh, she's stealing money, or maybe she has a relationship with Peter Obi, or maybe she has done something or whatever. They will try to get, a crime, accuse her of some crime, one thing or the other. These are all the tactics that this kind of people use. And it's very important for people to just stay steadfast. But also, before I just quickly want to round off this video and say to you, Mr. Peter Obi has inspired people by what he does and the way he does it. Sincerity of purpose is very important, and people will always feel it. No matter how much you fake something, you can't fake it forever. There's a time where that mask will slip and people will say, okay, or something. And then when the mask will completely be off. So you can see what's happening. Africans around the country, not just even Africans, even around the world, Mr. Peter Obi is inspiring. And then compare it with the person that rigged the election, the certificate forger, the one with all sorts of drug issues, that rigged the election and went into office. Hey. I'm trying to think, what will that one inspire? Criminality?